Good evening and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. We're going to do another Love and Movies tonight. We are going to Africa tonight. Africa, the African queen, Rose's brother, is killed in World War I, and a steamboat captain, Charlie, offers her safe passage. She persuades him to try to destroy a gunboat. The two spend more time fighting with each other than the enemy. Things get steamy on the boat as time alone on the river leads to love. To earn your Valentine for this destination, scrap an outdoor layout and include a boat embellishment. You must also have a heart as well to represent love. Has to be outdoor, have a boat, and a heart. So I have chosen these pictures of my son and his oldest son fishing at their deer lease. This was in April, and so of course not deer season, so they're fishing at their deer lease. And this was, my little grandson caught this, and this was in 2020, so he was like 7, not quite 7. And he was pretty proud of that catch. And his dad had a pretty nice catch too. So that's what we're going to do. I have cut some things. Oops, I didn't get these punched out. I've got to, I totally intended to punch these out. While I'm punching these out, I'm going to do the twist. And I apologize because I did not mean to do this. The twist tonight, since this is a family layout, we all went to the deer lease for that 2 or 3, 4 days, however long it was. And so all of the boys were fishing, and we were all fishing and just playing games and watching movies and having a fun time. And so the twist tonight is going to be about family, and it's found in Ephesians 6. And I'm just doing 1, 2, and 4. Verses 1, 2, and 4. If you read on there, it covers other family issues, or not issues, but family members too. God just created a really organized way for us to behave and treat our family members. And so that's what this is. The scripture says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother." Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise. And then I'm going to jump to 4. Fathers, do not exasperate your children. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. And if you keep reading, you're going to find how wives should act toward their husbands and how husbands should act toward their wives. God just outlined how the family should operate. And for the most part, most of us have happy families. I mean, I don't know what I would do without my family, without my kids. My husband passed away almost to be 10 years ago this fall. And if it weren't for my children and my grandchildren, I would just be lost. I would be sad and lonely, and it would be, I mean, I'm getting to where it's hard for me to do some of the things I need to do around my house. And so my son and my daughter and my daughter-in-law and my little grandsons are getting old enough to help. So I don't know what I'd do without my family. And not everyone is blessed with family like that, and I understand that. But, you know, there is nothing that can bring us more joy than our family. On the other hand, there's nothing that can bring you more pain than your family. You know, your friends can hurt you, but when your family hurts you, it's a deep hurt. And so by following God's plan for the way family members should treat each other, how we should act toward each other, it brings us more into that time of joy and appreciation and love and respect for our family members, so that we just truly get joy from them, as opposed to the hurt that they can bring. And so just, that's my encouragement, is to know what our role is in our family according to God's plan, and then to respect that role and to respect each other, and just see if our family dynamics aren't more precious. Because that's the way God intended our family to be, was precious to us. I love the part You know, we often talk about, you know, children obey your parents, but I love the part about fathers, don't exasperate your children. Just bring them up and train them in the ways of the Lord. And fathers need to respect their children as well as children respecting their fathers. And that goes for mothers too, not just fathers, of course. All right, I went ahead and started inking this. There's not, you'll be real proud of me, there's not a whole lot of inking on this one tonight. This little dab right here is all I'm going to ink. You know, I usually ink, you know, to the hilt, but not tonight. This one is not much. This is kind of a fun layout. I don't know how I had not scrapped these pictures before, but I hadn't. So it'll be fun. All right, there's all of that done. And I had this paper. I don't even know. It might just be a Hobby Lobby paper. I don't know. But it looks like waves or clouds or whatever. So I cut 3 strips of it. And I'm going to use one here at the bottom. And then one kind of across the middle. And I've already done my, my journaling right here on the sides. That was about the only place I could really see that I wanted to do it. And then I'm going to do one at the top, almost like clouds maybe. So let's get this across here. And just see if that kind of is about where we need things. Now, my title couldn't be more perfect. This was from a swap, and it's from, no, it is not from a swap. I take that back. It's from Joanne Johnson, and we had a Make-A-Wish game, activity, it wasn't really a game, like an activity on Ginger's Corner last year, and you could put like 3 wishes that you would like to have, and then people would say, could you know, email you or message you and say, I'll grant that wish for you. And so my wishes were, some of them were, to have boy things. And of course, you know, and then they ask what do you like, what do your boys like? And so I said fishing and hunting and all that kind of stuff. So among the things that she gave me, this was one of the things, this big fishing title. And look, it had a heart, and then she sent me the part that cut out of there. So it's absolutely perfect for this layout to be, because I have to have a heart in it, and it's about fishing, and fishing and hearts don't even normally go together. So I thought it was just absolutely perfect for this layout. Okay, now I have to have a boat, and I had this little, it was kind of a clear sticker, so I just stuck it on a piece of white cardstock. And I want it in my waves over here. I think I kind of got off kilter here with my waves, but we may just have to have crooked waves on this one side because my journaling is down there, but I got to get my title up here. So I got to get a little bit of perspective here. I may have been a little over ambitious on what all I could get on here. I bet we make it somehow. So I was kind of thinking something sort of like that is what I was thinking. So let's get this bottom one down and kind of build up from there. So let's get this one down. So I'm not going to do a whole lot down here at the bottom. So let's get this on there. And it just needs to come up close to my journaling. Oops, I don't think I got that straight. I think that's a little straighter. Okay, so that's got our bottom waves on there. Okay, now I put a little bit of foam on this picture, and I want it in the middle. And then I want these two on either side of it. Something like that. And they can go out to that journaling. And then I want this in the middle. So I think that's pretty close to what we need there. Maybe I could bring that down just a tiny bit. I don't want to cover up all of my waves with the big picture, but I need as much room as I can get up there. Okay, so let's try that. I may just, and I'm not going to put a whole lot of, because I'm going to put some trees up in under there, and I need to be able to tuck them, so I'm not going to do a lot of tape. I'll go back and secure that after I get everything done. So let's go ahead and I know this is gonna, I want the fishing over the boat. So that's gonna probably just fit right in under there, but I'm gonna have trees in under there. So let's see if we can get them situated. I've got several cut. I should have one more. There they are. This was just a scrap, and it's green with leaves in it, but I liked it because it had the color of the title in it, but wasn't, but had some other in it too. So I really liked it. I have this. These trees are taller, maybe to go in behind that boat. Maybe. I don't want to run it off the edge. And then I may even put a little something in front of that boat. And then let's get these over here. I think we're going to have to cut some of this to fit it all anyway. And get on down under there. I'll trim these edges off once I get it kind of where I want it. And there. I don't really want that one too much over that boat. Let's get this off of here for right now. I don't know, I may kind of like that boat tucked in there that way. But I'm still needing something right down there. Let's see if we want to bring that to the front. I almost kind of like that. These are overlapping a little. I can move that. And then that may give me some pieces over here. I'm going to cut this. And then I may use these pieces. Just to tuck in over here. Okay. There we go. And I may not need anything there, but I kind of almost liked that with it over the front of that boat, but maybe not. And then I had paddles that go with the boat that I was just going to stick on there with them. Okay, I think I like that. Yep. All right, let's get that down. And then we will go back to our title and see if we can figure out how to work our title in. Like I said, I'm just going to very lightly do this, and then I'll go back and secure it after I'm sure I have it where I want it. So there's that. So I may want to raise it or lower it or whatever. Okay, let's get this one in. I love this plaid on the back too. This came out of some kit, but I don't remember what it was. I don't have a clue. I think it was some kind of fall kit that this was in, with that plaid and then this green with the leaves. Okay, and of course I'll need to trim these off the edge, but may over that, lap that just a little. Okay, all right, and like I said, I can tack those down better when I get everything finished. Okay. Then let's get this down. Let's get our, I know that may look kind of weird, but I liked it up there. I was going to do some mixed media up there. And then I thought, you know, I just kind of like it looks like clouds up here and water down there. And I liked it. So that's what I went with. And I liked it under the fishing, under the title. So that's what I went with. All right, now let's see if we can make this. I love this title. When I saw it, I thought, oh, how perfect. Absolutely perfect for this layout. I'd love to have that title up on foam, but I don't have the time nor the patience. I think I want to put that family time across that. And I had this kind of trying to make almost a little cluster out of this heart over here. And just to have that fish on that wood peeking back there. And then I had this cute little hat that was on, I'm going to put a little fishing pole on there too. And I thought maybe it could just look like this heart, that hat was kind of hanging on that heart. That was kind of my thought. Because this is really like just all one cluster, a title cluster. And then I've got this little fishing pole that came, and some fish that were on this same little, it was just a Hobby Lobby little paper studio, you know, these dimensional embellishments. And I want that fish. There's two fish, and I'm going to use both of them over here, I think. So I got to get my pictures on there. And then I've got this, My First Catch, that I'm also going to use down there. So let's get our pictures situated. I'm going to get this out of the way. Okay, I just kind of want this one centered, and then these just right in under it. I don't know, I think I want them just straight. My journaling is straight, and so I think I just want them straight. I think just like that. So let's get this one down. And I just always feel more secure putting some liquid adhesive on foam. I put the tape too, but I just really feel better about a little bit of liquid on foam just to anchor it. So let's get that on there, my little cutie pie. And that's his first big fish. They have a tank on their property at home, and he catches little perch and things all the time there. But this was at the deer lease, and we have a pretty good fishing lake. We don't have that deer lease anymore. It's sold, and so it was sold to be a private lease, so we're not on it anymore. And my son had been on it he and his dad were on it since he was in high school, and my son is 46 now. It was traumatic. We all went out, and we had so much stuff out there. And then my daughter and son-in-law and their 4 boys had gotten on it, and we had so much stuff out there, accumulated over 20-something years. And it was a big deal to move off, but it was traumatic for him. He wanted to raise his boys on that deer lease, just like his dad had taught and raised him, and it was sad. Very traumatic. Very traumatic. But, that's life. Okay, this one's higher. Okay, I think that's, now it looks lower. And they're the same size, so I know. All right, we're going to call that good. Maybe the waves are not all the same distance apart all the way across. Okay, we're going to call that good. Now, to get our little fishing pole, well, we got to get our title down. So let's get our title down. Come off of there. Let's get our title down. That's going to be a number 1. I definitely want this about like that so that you can see the fish. And it can't go off the top of the page. So I think I'm going to go ahead and glue those 2 pieces together so that I know I have them the way I kind of want them. So let's get a little glue right on there. Get that down. And then those can stay together, and then I can kind of build off of that. I'm kind of hoarse tonight. I don't know why. And I think I'm going to let these trees, some of them come up over the title, then maybe the title over the trees down here, since it goes so deep into them. And it's going to get into the boat also. So, yeah, I think I kind of like that. All right, so let's get this ready to go down. I cannot thank Joanne Johnson enough. And this isn't all she sent me. She sent me some cute stuff. I mean cute stuff for hunting and fishing and just really boy stuff that was so cute. That was a fun deal to do that Grant a Wish. And if you don't know what I was talking about at the beginning, when I read the thing about Africa, we have an activity going on over on Ginger's Corner. So if you're not a member of that Facebook group, just search for Ginger's Corner on Facebook and check it out. It is a tremendous community over there. We play a lot of fun games, but you don't have to participate in that if you don't want to. If you want to just look at people's layouts and watch their videos and just you know, enjoy the community, you can do that. But if you want to play along with the activities and games and things that we do, you certainly may. It's just a lot of fun, and it's a very supportive community. I mean, we care about each other, even though we've never met each other. We care about each other. It's really a fun community, and this game that we're playing right now is called Love and Movies, and it's they took movie titles that take place around the world, like the one that I read about tonight, you know, took place in Africa. And oops, that's not good. We've had Jamaica and India and all kinds of things, just wherever the movie takes place. And then there are a few little requirements that you do on your layout, and that's pretty much it. And then you put a picture of your layout on the Facebook group, in an album on the Facebook group, and then you're entered to win prizes for it. So it's really a lot of fun. And like I said, we do all kinds of things. We do weekly swaps. We do a big monthly swap. It's a lot of fun. So if you're not a part of it, just look it up on Facebook and be a part of it. If not, you can watch the videos and everything on YouTube. The videos are always on YouTube. There are several of us that actually have YouTube channels. And so it's a lot of fun. Just join us. I really want that little first catch on there. So I think I'm just going to stick it on there. And then I think the last thing, well, we got to get our boat on here. That's one of our requirements. We got to get our boat on here. Let's see if we want to put it under the tail of that fishing or over. Yeah, I think under. I would have liked this boat on foam, but I want it under the waves, so that's not a possibility. So let's get our boat on there. And then our paddles are just going to go on our boat. Okay. And like I said, I really think that's a little two-dimensional. Get this big thing of foam off of it, and just, I was thinking that this little hat would just look cute up there, kind of on that heart. So we're going to get it up there. And then I think all we have left to do is our little fishing pole and our fish. And it is going to come, oh, we got to get the dots, the eyes on our fishing. Let's see if I can just, do those like that. Get those on there. And I want this little fishing pole just to come up across here. And I've got, it's on foam, so I'm just going to stick it down. And then I'm going to bring these, it's got one fish caught. I really don't need that little hook. I just want to bring the line down to it. And then let us have our fish right down there on the line. And I was thinking I could put this other fish on there, but it's kind of getting crowded down there. And if I put it over here, it may just be too much. If I put it down here, that might be kind of cute down there. I don't know. This is pretty heavy, This kind of balances it out. I'm not sure I want that down there. I do kind of like it though. I think I need to take the foam off of that. It's just a little too much. These foam things they put these on are so thick. And it has other dimension, so it's not like that's the only piece of foam on there. That's decided to stick to me. So I think I may just cut that little hook off of there. So I really just need the line coming down to that fish. And then stick our fish on there. There we go. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this. For now, I'm going to leave it, but I may end up taking it off. I may decide that it's just too much. Let me make sure I got everything. Yep, everything's glued down. So I need to flip it over, trim these little edges. And actually, there's a little tiny bit there. And I think that is our layout for tonight. We have been to Africa. I have been to Africa, as a matter of fact, a couple of times. So anyway, there is our layout. Let me see if I can get you some closer look views. Give you, my lighting gets really bad when I get real close. So there is the boat and that little cluster up at the top, our title and our fish on a line. And then if I decide to leave that down there. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I just appreciate you so much for dropping by my channel. You make my day. And if you liked this layout, please give me a thumbs up. And have a blessed day and be a blessing to someone else.